Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to Karma on Deck. I'm Karma. This is your Capricorn reading for the week of October 30th through November 5th. So let's take a look and see what's going on for us, Capricorns in the house. Here we go. All right, ready? So the first thing that comes up right here is Eight of Coins. This is you redesigning your money, trying to find new resources and playing with work and getting yourself back into organization. You are really planning and looking at your finances and how they're playing out. I see Nine of Coins, which is contracts, signing, King of Cups. So love is playing a big role for you this week. We have the Five of Swords, and this is all about you setting your boundaries. I love the Five of Swords, and it's one of my favorite coaching conversations. It's about setting your boundaries often and early. Okay, sometimes this comes out as being snappy and crossing swords with people. However, it doesn't always have to be bad. There is the Lovers card too, which is the on again, off again, and the Lovers card plays with passive aggressive energy, power struggles, control issues, the opposites of your aspect. The Lovers card isn't always great. In my deck, in my readings anyways, I always don't look forward to seeing the Lovers card. The Lovers card is your it's like your, not necessarily your struggle. It's your balance, okay? And it's the thing that you struggle against and sometimes float into, just depending on how it shows up. But next to the Five of Swords, it's telling me that your power struggles, you're starting to set your boundaries with them soon. Knight of Wands, I know personally I'm restarting some projects that I had put on the bench for a little while due to, oh, lovely Mercury retrograde. However, Knight of Wands is starting something new regarding work. Queen of Coins, money coming your way, Emperor, and the Strength card. You have some major cards in play at this time. So if you're taking things a little bit more seriously than you had heretofore been, it does feel as if things are a little more serious. We have the Emperor card. So that is taking leadership without asking anyone else's permission. This is you standing in your power. I always say kings and queens rule together. Kings and queens rule in a kingdom in a structured set of rules. An emperor is often somebody who is a CEO, someone who is in a position of leadership, or even single. Okay, so, or you're operating as such. So this is a time for you not to be, this is for you to take your own counsel, not rely on others. This is stepping into leadership, being bold, stepping forward. So Emperor, you might find yourself be. The Strength card also is showing up. So that's all about balance. If you'll notice, this is about the Lovers card is the divine masculine, divine feminine. The Emperor is, if you're a female, this is you pulling from your divine masculine, because it does exist within us. We don't have to look outward for it. The Strength card is all of that balance. Okay, the Death card, so that's pretty amazing. It's one of my favorites. It's about change. Okay, so if you're finding yourself renewed, that's a beautiful thing. You Page of Coins, so up and coming next week, you're going to be looking to where you want to place your money and looking for money. I don't like that one as much. You also have the Justice card. So if you're feeling judged, if you're feeling as if, this might even reference court or documentation, things where you're signing contracts. Nine of Cups is celebration. Six of Swords, things getting significantly easier for you, and travel. So I know me, I've been planning this trip for a while and just waiting to see how it pans out. However, I did have some minor travel to where I left the state. So the Chariot card's all about travel. Nine of Cups, which is celebration. So even though you've got like this heaviness and this decision making, your knowledge of what it is you're supposed to do for you is going to start making itself a little bit more clear. And once you step into that leadership, things are going to become significantly easier, and you'll find a little more celebration within your experience here. And then 10 of Cups, which is balance. I am going to move on into your your relationship reading at this point. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean you're love and lovers. It just means relationships with others. So let's take a look and see, Capricorn, what's playing out for us. If you want a one-on-one with me, you know how to do it, karmaondeck.com, or you can find me at My Psychic One. Here we go, kids. First thing that comes up is Seven of Pentacles, which is the fall, evidence, Empress, She's pregnant, so that always means it's time for something. Seven of Pentacles referencing fall, the Hermit. Now, in this deck, my Hermit card, these are all pretty major cards. We have balance too. If you notice, even using a different deck completely, we're getting the elements of balance, okay? So the Lovers card, the Strength card, the Emperor, the Temperance card, that's all referencing balance. So things are starting to come back into balance, even though you felt as if there was a little chaos. I don't know about you, Capricorn, but if you are along the lines of my energetic shift, I've seen a lot of things crumble apart and then rebuild almost like right in front of me. So the Empress is timing, Temperance is balance, and then there's the Tower card. Okay, so out of all of these events that have been happening, the Tower card, things falling apart. Now the base of the inverted pyramid is what's been going on. So let's move forward and see what's happening for you there. So I see restless sleep, insomnia, overwhelm, Seven of Cups, too many choices for you to make sense of. So you're just not sure which direction you want to take, and you're gathering data. That's the Hermit card in this deck. It's like looking for knowledge, looking for data. We do have the Sun card, which is balance. For some of you, that might literally mean being in the sunshine or being around some things. Three of Wands is waiting. So this week, we're still going to be sitting on the crock pot, so to speak. I don't know about you, but when I was a paramedic, I remember learning EKGs, and I knew everything I needed to know and could regurgitate that. However, it's like an equation. This plus this equals that, and each little glyph meant another aspect or condition that was going on with the heart, and I just wasn't getting it. And I understood the components, but I didn't understand it in its entirety and how they played a role with one another. And then it suddenly happened for me. I always call that the crock pot. Like you put everything in the crock pot, but it doesn't quite make gravy yet. So this is you, Three of Wands. Be patient. This is you watching, waiting. 10 of Pentacles. I don't know about you, Capricorn, but me, Capricorn, has been really building on my legacy, structuring my money, seeing where my money is coming from, paying attention to all of that and those elements. I do see Queen of Cups. So you're feeling your emotions now. You're getting some mastery of it, stepping into your feminine aspect, your divine feminine. I'm also seeing Page of Pentacles. So there are some expenses that are coming up for you. Just be cautious that you're not doing impulse spending, impulse buying. The Fool card, time and opportunity, and death. Look, if you guys, so the Death card is my favorite card in all of any deck. It means rebirth. And I know personally, Capricorn is all about finances and structure and keeping things organized and practicality, right? But personally, I've been going through a big shift that has to do with my emotions, redesigning my boundaries, my limits, learning some deep lessons that hurt so bad, right? And there's a death card here, and just think of it as a baptism. It's not a death, it's a rebirth. We always talk about death being painful. For us on this side, I know when my mother died, I had this aha moment where it was like, I had this grief, and it wasn't exactly like missing her, because I was grateful that she had an end to her pain because she was going through so much at the time. And I was glad for her that this journey was over. And I had this moment where I felt like jealousy. And I don't mean that I ended this life, but I hear so many beautiful things about what's on the other side. And I think it's just that we wish we could go with them because there's so much more on the other side, right? We don't know quite what it is, but we know it's good. But the Death card references like a baptism. So there's something new on the horizon. We have the Fool card, which is opportunity. So your love and relationships are happening with a lot of shifts. I know you're feeling tired because we do have the Eight of Wands. I mean, there's exhaustion when you're processing and talking and getting deep, right? But you have the Fool card. So that's sum zero. That's a beginning. That's birth. That's a start. And then you have the Death card, which is rebirth. So if you're going through it, okay, with your partners and your relationships, just know that the change and the shift is happening for you, okay? Have faith in the process. Don't beat yourself up over it. Just know that your foundation is being laid appropriately and things are looking good. I also see Four of Wands, which is relationship and commitment for you. So keep your eye out for that. There's some foundations going on for you. Breathe within the process. Let me pull some cards for you from Divination of the Ancients to wrap this up for you, dear Capricorn. Let me know how you feel your reading went. Let me know where you are in the world, how you liked it, etc. All right, kids, here we go. Phrenology, certainty. I don't know about certainty, but we're going to read it anyway because I haven't felt certain about shit lately. How about you? This Mercury I feel like retrograde I felt like a soda bottle shaking everything up, and I feel like I'm about to burst, right? There's so much power, potential, opportunity, and everything within me just wants to combust. So I don't know about certainty, but let's take a look and see what phrenology has to say for us. If your days are filled with aimless activity, my God, they were, and your head is filled with pointless internal chatter and inconsistent plans, stop a while and turn down the volume. I did just that. I extricated myself from the city I was in, the environment I was in, and took some time to be with family and loved ones and reorganize some things. When you give in to rest and silence, you're more likely to hear the information your guides are trying to give you. And you're also not pulling in chatter from others so that you can really ground and realign yourself. So, as you try to ascertain what you should or should not do, use your own head, Emperor. Rather than accepting the first piece of advice you're given, think logically, as it's time to rely on good old fashioned common sense. Stability in your life is required, so make concrete plans, seek expert advice, and research carefully what you need to know to be certain about your next move. If you do so, the outcome will be successful without a doubt. Your incantation for the week, dear Capricorn, the chatter in my mind is a din. So I'll meditate, journey within. Surrender to silence and listen well to guides who wait with truth to tell. Now, I don't know about you, Capricorn, but I'm impatient. I don't like to wait for shit. I want it and I want it now. And I know that when I put hard work and effort into things, I get my reward. However, the lesson I've been learning lately is you don't have to work that hard. It doesn't always have to be a pound of flesh. That abundance can come when you surrender. So, dear Capricorn, surrender to the process a little bit, breathe through it. Your emotions are super overwhelming. Take leadership, and I will see you guys next week. Love and light.